Hello and welcome to M.A.D. In today's very special episode, we are going to have loads of fun with one of my favorite materials, paper. You can cut it, you can fold it, you can paint on it and even make 3D objects with it. And in this very special series, we make the kind of things that you can create in a matter of minutes. For instance, makes that work out and makes that look really cool. And in today's episode, I'm going to show you some simple techniques to create some very simple and quick makes. Today we shall be using the paper weaving technique to make animals with cool patterns, and then using silhouettes. Let's create a new style to form mirror images. We shall challenge the imagination while we have some fun with geometric shapes. And finally, we shall score some huge white sheets of paper to form a big picture, a sailing ship. Only on M.A.D. Easy Make Special. One, two, three, four, five, six. Hey guys, don't worry, I'm not learning to count here. I'm just checking whether we have got enough paper strips because I'm about to start my paper weaving. Does paper weaving ring a bell? No? Hadn't we used paper weaving to make some simple and colorful animals? Now you remember? You wanna have a look? So go ahead and take a look, but make sure you come back because I'm going to show you how you can use this very same technique to make 3D forms and animals. So come right back. Let's make a chameleon. We'll give him a nice long tail, okay? We draw in the eyes as well. And since everyone is standing here, let's place the eyeballs here so it looks like he's checking you guys out. Now our basic sketch is ready. Now very quickly we cut it out with our safety scissors. Very carefully, where we have made our marker outline, we cut out the figure like this. So we made our basic sketch and cut it out as well, but now we won't paint it. We shall be doing some paper weaving. We fold it over like this. We don't press it down too hard or we'll get a crease mark. We cut a few slits out here. Yeah, the same thing we'll do here. Now we have got our slits. Now we take a sheet of colored paper and cut a few strips out of it. This strips, like this. I've already cut quite a few and kept them ready. Now we weave them together. You have to take alternate slits. We cut off this extra bit. Then we'll try some other color. When we pick our next color, we insert it into alternate slits. Then we take a third color. And like this, we fill it with color. We cut off all the extra bits. All the extra bits jutting out at the top, we cut them off diagonally. So they appear like scales on its back. Now we cut a few slits on the tail as well. Should I add one on the face?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try. Okay, we have managed to make our animal nice and colorful. Now let's make a background for him. After we set our position, we apply some glue and stick it on. Okay, so we'll make a branch. And our paper weaving animal is ready. And similarly, you can make a whole lot of other animals as well. Now we give the same technique a twist. and make some 3D forms. And it is so easy, you can make it just about anywhere. First of all, I have cut out a whole bunch of strips out here. As you can see, the black strips that I have cut here, I haven't separated them because we are going to make a mat. You've already seen the weaving technique. All you have to do is overlap them like this into alternate strips. Okay, so now I have only woven the very first strip. Let's cut off the end here. Like this. We put in our next strip. If you notice, the first red strip I have placed from over the black strip. So the second one we insert from below the black strip. Okay, so we have woven our second strip as well. We cut off the ends again. So in the same manner, using this technique of alternate weaving all through the sheet, then it will look something like this. I have woven the entire strip in red and black to make it look like a mat. Now I shall show you how to give it a 3D form. The first thing we have to do is take a piece of flexible wire. I've got some copper wire with me here, but you could use aluminium wire too if you like. And now we carefully stick the wire to the center of the mat that we have woven. Then we cut off the extra wire and tape. What we do next is we roll it to give it a nice cylindrical shape. Okay, so after rolling it, you can stick it in place. I'm using sticking tape to stick it. So we stick the entire cylinder with the sticky tape, like I have done here. I've tried to do it as neatly as possible, and one of the ends, I've given a bit of a shape. Since I'm planning to make a snake, I have cut it like this. So the snake body is ready. To make the head, we use the same technique. I've made one here already. Let's attach the head, we roll it around, and use some sticking tape. Now the body here is a little small. You can make the body as long as you wish, depending on how long you want your snake to be. Now let's see if we try to give it some kind of shape. We twist it a bit. And there you have it, your 3D paper weaving animal, nice and ready. Once your 3D form is entirely ready, you can add in a little detailing. For instance, since we have a snake here, I'm adding on a forked tongue. Okay, so we have added on a tongue as well to our snake. Now let's put in the eyes. For the eyes, you could use beads or you could use buttons. So we have learned another new technique in paper weaving. We just gave it a new twist and created 3D forms. So you saw how just by using a simple paper weaving technique we could create so many interesting patterns and forms. So keep experimenting with this technique, it's full of surprises. Now it's time for a break, but be right here because after the break we'll be using a black and white silhouette to create a dramatic scene. Then with geometric shapes we shall explore the animal forms. And in the big picture we set sail on a big white ship. Welcome back to M.A.D Make It Easy Special, and it's time to have some fun with silhouettes. You might remember that we had once cut some black and white paper to make some simple silhouetted forms. Today we give that very same technique a new approach. Our background will be half black, half white. We shall be creating mirror images to make more complete scenes. But I'll show you that in a bit. Right now let's have a look at some simple silhouettes. Today in this episode, we shall be talking a lot about black and white. Pictures that are created in silhouette are completely black and white and they have no detailing. Shall we also create some silhouette art?
Yes!
First of all, we take a black mound board and then we take a white sheet on which we place a paper plate and use it to draw a circle. Then with the safety scissors, we cut it out. Here we have our circle. We are going to make a ship. I'm using black chart paper to make the body of the ship. And using a pencil, I draw the shape of the ship on it. We cut this out as well. We have cut out the base of the ship. Now what else do we have on a ship?
Flag.
Flag, right? And here's our flag. Now let's give it some sails as well. And can we show something in the sky?
Clouds.
As you can see, I've cut out various shapes. Let's put one big sail here and a smaller one here. Looks like a ship?
Yes.
Now we can show the reflection in the water. So I've cut out some white strips out here. And if we place them like this, it looks like the ship is on the water. And one of you had mentioned bird, so I have got a cutout of a bird here, which I can place like this. Now you can see that if a black bird is placed on a black surface, then we don't see it at all, right? So that's why I have cut out a small portion of its wings separately, which is in white, which I place like this. And the bird is looking complete, isn't it? Whatever images you wish to place on a white surface should be in black, and whatever images you wish to place on a black surface
should be in white.
Simple. Finally, we add some potholes. And our design is complete. And if you keep practicing this technique regularly, you can create images with a lot more detail in them. I'll show you what I mean.
That's fabulous, Rob.
What you just saw was how to make simple silhouettes. We had cut black and white paper into various shapes, and by placing them, we attempted to create scenes. But now, we shall take this same technique and give it a new approach, a new extension. I shall create a single image, and when I cut it out and place it on the other side to create a mirror image, then our scene will appear complete. And for that, whatever figures we cut out in white, we place on the black background, and whatever we cut out in black, we place them on the white background. I'll show you how. First of all, we shall draw on the white paper. And like I had mentioned, we are creating a mirror image, so I shall draw just half the image. For instance, I am making a fire pattern here. He's wearing a nice big turban, and we complete the image nicely, like this. We move up a little bit and draw a moon. Okay, so the drawing is complete. Now we cut it neatly. Of course, I'm using my safety scissors to cut out the image. Okay, so we have cut out the shape nice and clean. We cut out the moon as well. Okay, so now we've got neat cutouts of both our shapes. Here's what we do next. We pull out the image carefully and place it on the other side to give us our mirror image. Remember that you must align the images really well. As soon as we get our mirror image, our scene is complete. Looks like we have got a nice fire going in the middle with two shepherds on the either side with their hands stretched out. And here we have got the moon. Okay, so our scene is now complete. Now for the finishing touch. We frame the picture and it is finally ready. And once you have completed your scene, you can stick it too. The only thing you have to remember is to use shapes and images whose mirror images help create interesting scenes. I've got some basic geometric shapes here with me, and I'm going to try and make some animals with them. How many animals do you see in them? Think about it. Alright, let's do one thing. I'll show you a make that might help you understand this a little better. So have a look and come right back. Hanging out with me here are some mad fans who are the winners from Baby Shop by Lifestyle. And these guys have come to meet me from various corners of India. Today we are going to be making some cartoon characters, and this we shall do using a very simple technique. We shall be using basic geometric shapes. And what are those basic shapes?
Square, rectangle, circle.
Alright, so let's see how we can use these shapes to make simple cartoon characters. I'm going to be making a dog. For the dog's head, we shall use a circle. We won't make a perfect circle, but we shall make it slightly oval. And for the body, we shall make a rectangle. I'll draw a tiny little line here which looks like
The
tail. And for the legs, now for the nose, we shall draw another big circle and give it a bit of a highlight. 2 little dots for the eyes. Now, does it look like a dog?
Yes.
Let's give him a little patch on his back. Now, if we have to show movement, then all we have to do is play around with the shapes to depict movement. This time, I am drawing the rectangle vertically. And the legs are a little more curved, as if he's standing. The nose, I shall shift a little upward this time, so it looks as if he's looking up, right? Let's try one more now. Okay, now what does it look like this dog is doing? You have to tell me.
Sleeping.
And so once your drawing is complete, then using a very simple technique with crayons or with a marker or maybe watercolors, poster colors, you could use whatever you like to fill it in with color and maybe
can
even a
shade
little
too.
shading like this. Has everyone understood the technique?
Quite simple.
Isn't it? And now I'll show you how. By using a pencil, we do a little shading and then smudge it a bit. What does this look like?
A shadow.
That's right, shadow. Now if you notice, the shadow that I have drawn here is only touching the front legs so that it looks like he's jumping.
Jumping.
Okay? Now for the finishing touch, we put in our frame. You just saw how we could use basic geometric shapes to make simple animal forms. But if you want to make more complex creatures, then you will have to modify these shapes a bit. Whatever animal you choose to make, you can cut out your shapes based on the shape and size. For example, if you are making a giraffe, then you will need a long rectangular strip to make the neck of the giraffe. If you are making an elephant, then you will need a large circular piece that will form the body. I'll make one and show you what I mean. Here I am about to make an ostrich. This is for the body, a circular piece. Another small circle, which is slightly oval in shape, and for the ostrich's long neck, a long triangular piece like this. Another small circle for the head, a small triangle that will form the beak. These 2 triangles will be his legs. And 2 more long triangular strips and smaller triangles for the base or the feet. We add in a little detail. Let's place this little strip out here and another form for its comb. And finally, a little dot for the eyes. And so our ostrich is ready. The finishing touch. That completes the picture. So you see how we use such a simple technique to make a creature. And in the same way, whatever creature you choose to make, you modify the shapes accordingly, and you can make any animal or creature quite easily. So did you ever imagine that you could use such simple shapes to make so many different things? Now I'm sure you want to try. So go ahead and do so. Meanwhile, we'll take a short break. But gear up, because after the break, we shall be sailing on a big white paper ship. Whenever people think about art, they mostly relate it to color. And since we don't do anything normal on M.A.D, we decided that in this big picture we'll take out all the colors and make it completely white. Yeah, it was a little difficult to achieve and keep it clean, but the end result was fabulous. So have a look. Whoosh.